What's good, y'all? Franalations here, and today is Wednesday, August 14th, 2024, and we got a fat stack of comic books today. This was a huge week for Marvel. There's some good DC books in here as well, so let's just get right into it, starting off with Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 55. We're coming towards the end of this whole group of writers and artists that are working on this book. There's still supposed to be like this huge event at the end of the year, but after that, I'm pretty sure we're pretty much done with this, and it'll be a new writer and everything like that. So, coming to the end of Amazing Spider-Man, this is Amazing Spider-Man 55. I did actually get a variant cover this week. This is like the Disco Dazzler cover. I've been looking forward to this cover. This one's so sick. I told myself I'd grab a couple copies of it, and then I got to the shop, was so excited that I grabbed it, completely forgot. I definitely need to get a couple more copies because it's probably one of my favorite Amazing Spider-Man covers in a while. Next up, we have XMen issue 2. This is cover A. Real excited to continue on with this story and everything like that, but even more excited for the variant cover. I was hoping to get the 1 in 100. My store didn't get it, unfortunately. It's basically the same as that cover, only without the X-Men logo for the 1 in 100, and I think without this stuff here as well, but really cool cover on this. Anyone who follows me on X, aka Twitter, will know that my Azuki PFP profile that I've had for a very long time, so I just switched to the Mutant, has like a huge sword over his shoulder, so as soon as I saw this cover, I knew I wanted to grab it, and that's a sick X-Men cover right there. Next up, the Ultimates issue 3. This is cover A. So the whole Ultimates universe has been really good. Specifically for me, I've been loving the X-Men Ultimates universe, but this has been a good book as well. This is issue number 3. They've been introducing us to a lot of different characters of basically the Avengers, right, in the Ultimates universe, issue by issue. So excited to continue on with this one. Other than Ultimate X-Men, this is my other favorite Marvel book. This is Spider-Boy. You don't really hear too many people, collecting or reading Spider-Boy. But in my opinion, the stories are really fun, really creative, really different from a lot of the other Spider-Man books and stuff like that. So, this is issue 10. Next up, Spider Society issue 1. I'm not sure how long this miniseries is. It's another Into the Spider-Verse miniseries, so it's going to have all the different Spider characters. Who knows, we might get a new first appearance in here or something like that, but really cool nevertheless. Next up, a book that I don't have the original copy of, but this is Secret Wars issue 8. This is the facsimile with the foil covering. As I've mentioned before, a lot of the key issues and stuff like that, for me personally, I wasn't collecting in the 90s or even earlier in the case of this book and others. So when they release these facsimiles, especially the foil ones, I tend to pick them up just to put them on the wall. Excited to add this one to the collection. I saw this a few months back that it was coming out, and I was really hyped in particular for this one compared to most of the other facsimiles. Most of them are pretty cool. If I kind of like them, I'll grab them, but this cover right here is amazing, so to pick it up in the foil, I was super hyped for that. Next up, Miles Morales issue 23. This is not the cover A, but it was just such a good cover I had to do it. It has the vulture right here, and his wings make up the eyes, and you can see him right there in the middle of the mask. This is just such a cool cover. I had to grab this. Next up, Wolverine Annual issue 1. This is part of the Infinity Watch series or whatever. I did just get done reading Miss Marvel and really enjoyed that, and it introduced a new character in there, which is also in this one, so excited to see how he's involved in this story as well. Speaking of Wolverine, this is Hellverine issue 4. This is the final issue of this miniseries. I've been having a blast with this one. Super dope. Just been thoroughly enjoying it. And I love the way the last issue ended and how it's leading into this one. I do believe this is the end of this miniseries. However, they did post on their Marvel blog today that this will be a ongoing series starting in December. So looking forward to seeing how this story ends and maybe how it leads into the ongoing series from there on. Next up, Venom issue 36. Not the biggest Venom fan or anything like that. Don't even think I'll be reading the book, but I bought it for the cover. This is like an homage cover with the Punisher, and so thought the cover was super sick, and that is why I grabbed it. Next up, a book that I will be reading, which is Werewolf by Night, and because I will be reading it, I got 2 copies. This issue is polybagged because it is one of the Red Band comics with the explicit content and everything like that, so it literally comes sealed, and so considering I wanted to read one, I already opened one up, and I will definitely be reading it. I didn't realize until I opened it up there isn't a digital code for this one, which I guess kind of makes sense, right? So, yeah, I'll be reading it in its physical form, and I have another copy to keep sealed for the collection. Moving on to DC, this is Action Comics 1068. The last issue was my first ever issue of Action Comics. I enjoyed it. It was cool enough, you know, Superman beating up some aliens, and so let's see how that story continues. Next up, this is issue 4 of 7 of Absolute Power Task Force 7. The Absolute Power books, as I've been saying in every video, have been super amazing. This is my first DC event that I've really checked out, and it's been a blast. High quality art and just really cool storyline and really cool battles and everything like that too. So, yep, this is issue 4 of 7 for the Task Force portion of Absolute Power. Here we have another Absolute Power tie-in. This is Green Lantern. At first, I didn't pick up issue 13, and then a few weeks later, I got it on sale. So now I'm like, okay, I've been getting all the Absolute Power tie-ins. Let me go ahead and grab issue 14. And so here it is, Green Lantern, Absolute tie-in, issue 14. This is Defenders of Earth, issue 1. Super excited to check this out. I checked out his solo series as well as the Free Comic Book Day solo series. So once I saw that there was like a team-up book coming out, considering how much I enjoyed the other books, I figured I'd pick this up. And so there actually wasn't too many of these on the show. I think there was just a couple. I might have gotten the last one, honestly. I was the second person in line, and yeah, there wasn't too many of these. I don't think they expected it to be too popular, but I've been enjoying the solo series, so I wanted to pick up this team up. So very similar to last week, I have 2 covers that are definitely going to be my pick of the week just because they're so dope. They're both variants, neither of which are cover A's, and they're both from Marvel. And so let's go ahead and check those out right now. All right, starting up with this variant with magic on the cover. If I'm going to pick one, this one's probably going to be my favorite. This Disco Amazing Spider-Man is just so cool. And so these are my 2 covers of the week. And the first book that I will be reading is going to be Amazing Spider-Man issue 55. So got a lot of books to read. Luckily, I'm all caught up on pretty much all my books. And so another one I've been actually catching up on is Miles Morales. I was like on issue, I don't know, 3 or 4 a few weeks ago. I think I'm on issue, I don't know, 14 or 15, and it's on issue 23. So I'm getting there. I'm almost caught up, but on pretty much all my other books, I'm completely caught up. So anyways, until next time, peace, guys. Thanks for watching, and catch you later. Peace.